Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the star line by a multi-talented professional. She can act, sing, and can flip a house. From the Goldbergs, we welcome Hayley Orrantia.
Hi.
Let's go beyond the mic. Hayley, the Goldbergs was one of the first series to go back into production in the COVID protocol world. How has acting changed for you on a daily basis?
You know, it's been a little bit of an adjustment. There were a lot of new rules put in place as far as how we navigate on set, and anything from wardrobe, hair and makeup to where our cast trailers are in comparison to where the crew is. And it was difficult at first, but I would say after the first month, we kind of got the hang of it. And now it's just kind of how we do things. And thankfully, we've gone this whole time since August without shutting down.
You're flipping houses with your dad in Nashville and have a show, Legacy Builds, coming soon. What kind of house do you like for a flip?
Oh, man. That's a tough question. I feel like obviously one that has good bones that would not be difficult once we tear it open. But that's always kind of the gamble that you take, is you never really know what you're walking into with a flip, even if you think you do. Once you start kind of making adjustments, maybe taking a wall out, you start recognizing there might be more here than what you had previously anticipated. So you kind of have to go into it expecting to not expect anything specifically, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess the perfect situation would be a house that has no issues and presents itself exactly as we think it does.
Yeah, it does, but it never does happen.
Not really.
Writing new music during the pandemic, what makes your single Made for This so special for you?
Well, Made for This was written about my mom. I was going through a really tough time a few years ago, and I know that her, as my mom, and we are so close, she was really struggling with how to help me because there wasn't really much she could do other than just offer love and support. And there was actually a piece of art that she had gifted me that was a quote from Joan of Arc that said, "I'm not afraid, I was made for this." And in the process of going through this difficult time, I saw that piece of art on my wall, and it just made sense that I wanted to write a song for my mom that told her, look, I know I'm going to be okay because I was raised by a strong woman like yourself. And that line, or that quote, I should say, from Joan of Arc ended up becoming the hook of the song because it just kind of encapsulated everything I felt in that moment that I needed to express to her.
How has your family supported you on the path to stardom?
I mean, since the very beginning, I always showed an interest in music and was, a little bit of a ham, whether being in front of the camera or on stage. And so they, recognizing this, were supportive in that they put me in extracurricular music schools. So while I did attend public school and joined choir there or musical theater, I was also taking classes outside of school to try to make this more of something I could develop into hopefully a career. So they were always supportive that way. They would take me to Los Angeles for pilot seasons when I was in, early high school. To be able to audition for things. I mean, they put so much at stake to be able to help me further my career, and they continue to do that. I mean, I talk to them literally every day, multiple times a day, and I kind of, in a way, it's like we get to work together. So for me, it's been really awesome to be able to have that kind of relationship with them.
Time's running out, so it's time for the Rocky Nate. 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind.
Ooh, okay.
There is no pressure. Favorite ride at Six Flags over Texas?
Oh, the Titan.
Hayley, your refrigerator has way too much of this in it.
Rotting food.
You've helped several charities, including the Girl Scouts and Make-A-Wish. Why is helping charity so important for you?
Well, because I recognize that I would be nowhere if it weren't for the support of other people, and I want to try to give back as much as I can. And I think that's why I've had such a hard time choosing one specific charity, is because there's a part of me that wants to help everybody.
Favorite song to sing that isn't yours?
Oh my God, that's so hard. Maybe Power of Love by Celine Dion.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Ooh. Dessert of any kind.
Now, if you can open up for any country music artist, past or present, who would it be?
Oh, you are hitting me with some hard questions. If I could open for any music artist, past or present?
Any country.
Oh,
any
there's
country.
so many. Okay, I'm for some reason the first one coming to my mind is Martina McBride. I don't know why, because there's so many others as well, but that's what that's going to be.
You're a fan of history, so what's your favorite historical event?
Oh, my favorite historical event. I've never been asked that.
That's what the Rocky Nate does.
I guess being born.
How about your favorite Disney World ride?
Disney World. I haven't been to Disney World in years, so I'm going to go off of Disneyland rides, and I'm going to say the Pirates of the Caribbean.
If you could tell your 10-year-old self something, what would it be?
Don't let the word no get to you. Just keep going.
What's the most important thing that came out of your time in quarantine?
Wow. I would say getting to catch up with myself and be reinvigorated creatively.
And how has your time on the Goldbergs changed you as a performer?
I would say getting to work with some of the, in my opinion, the biggest people in comedy, whether that's on the daily or guest stars, getting to watch them in their process and how they move through set and their characters has been the most educational for me.
She wants to sing with Martina McBride, has way too much rotten food in her fridge, and she just can't pick one charity because she wants to help them all. From the Goldbergs, we thank Hayley Orrantia for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut.
Thank you. Take care.